Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Trade Ideas live trading room for Monday, August the 26th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. I'll get to you in a second, Carl. Just need a quick sound check, please. Make sure everybody can hear me. Test, 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 test. Okay. So, Carl, I can't actually help you, but I can give you, you have to, just a second here. You'll let me give you the home page. Guys are waiting there. Take a look at your account, okay? Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to give you the link for the home page, and then you'll start a live chat and just indicate what's going on. Make sure you give them the email that you use to sign up, okay? So this is for you, Carl, right here. And also, by the way, guys, finally, some more treats for you. If you click on the gear now, and then you do the detached chat, all the tabs will be there. Okay, just instead of just the stocks, all the tabs will be there. I'll go over that a little bit later when I get through some of the activities this morning, okay? All right, let's see what's happening this morning. So Arcadia, RKDA, again in the news. A couple of releases, I guess. A gap up on high fiber wheat deal. Plus, the CEO says 10 million, they're anticipating 10 million revenue 2020, 30 million 2021. So this has caused this one to pop this morning, RKDA. Leave it, no, just, well, again, Daniel, didn't we kind of went over this, didn't we, on Friday? I mean, all you have to do is save it. You know, right click on it and save, but just save it as part of your layout. You know, like you don't have to have it up all like once the market opens, just minimize it and then just save your layout. It'll be part of your layout. We'll go over that later, okay? TRNX is a gap up. They had a little bit of news contract. Yeah, it was some kind of contract with a Miami condominium. So this is the reason for TRNX gapping up. Mogu. And by the way, there are hardly any gap ups or gap downs this morning. Mogu, a gap down. This is an earnings play. MOGU is an earnings play. Low float situation. Not very much volume yet. Nice gap up for MDCO. MDCO now is way up here, 49. Wow. We dropped $10 from the highs here. Gapped up on positive phase 3 results. Still, it's a nice breakaway even as we speak, even though it's pulled back $10. Okay, no screen. Okay, first of all, can you guys see my screen? I'm gonna make sure most of you can see my screen. Okay, I'm not sure how I can help, Harry. You know the drill. Refresh, check your Chrome browser and the hardware accelerator. PBI, Pitney Bowes, old school company, Pitney Bowes. It's gapped up, pretty big float, 179 million in the float, basically gapping up on $700 million asset sale, but basically it's all about trying to reduce their debt. So Pitney Bowes has gapped up on that news, definitely has some room, of course, but you know, this is just really debt conservation. So Daniel, again, this is all I do. I mean, this is my pre-market actives. This is, you know, and I sort them in the different columns. Once the market opens, I just minimize it. But, you know, then I save everything, of course, as part of my layout. So even though it's minimized, it's still part of my layout. So then tomorrow, I just open it. I just open it up. MDCO. Yeah, MDCO gapped up on positive. Well, or PBI. I don't know which one. There were a couple of them I just mentioned. Well, there were a couple I just mentioned, Cindy. So there's PBI and there's MDCO. FFHI had earnings, I believe, on Friday. Looks like it's trying to gap down. Oh, sorry, it's FFHL. Hopefully I didn't. Oh, it's yeah, it's FFHL. That I look like an L. So FFHL had gap down. It's trying to pop back a little bit. Had earnings on Friday. Yeah, okay, Carl, did you hear me? I guess you didn't hear me. I basically put in, hopefully it's still, yeah. Go to the homepage and start a live chat, okay? I can't help you. I can't help you when it's an accounting issue. But if you go to the homepage and start a live chat, just tell them, make sure you give them the email address that you have signed up for and they can take a look at your account, okay? Yeah, an hour ago though, nobody's working yet. But now guys are there. People are there. Apps, looks like it's a continuation, APPS. Jeez. Type better today. Okay, apps looks like it's a continuation, a little bit of a pop here. This had an incredible, beautiful run over the last few months, last few weeks. Cree, keep an eye on Cree. That was a big earnings play on Friday. It had a big recovery from the lows. It was all over the place. It's trying to gap down a little bit here. So keep an eye on Cree, C-R-E-E. And now we're Beyond Chicken. So B-Y-N-D, Beyond Meat. So the news on this one today, I guess, is KFC looking to do some Beyond Chicken. They're doing a test in Atlanta. Yeah, the trade of the week is silver, AG. Suggestion is that it is live at 11:11. Now, the market is, gapping up this morning again. Take it for what it's worth. Maybe China and the U.S. are going to talk again. Who knows? But anyway, that is the theoretical reason for the gap up this morning, which typically means that precious metals will usually drop, but we'll see. Let me just see what sort of upgrades and downgrades we have this morning. Again, not too many. One more to go, Dish. Okay, excuse me, there are some of the upgrades. We got the downgrades in now. FBIO is ringing in my ear, guys. FBIO starting to move. All right, let's see what's happening. So there are the downgrades. Let's see what's happening with this FBIO. FBIO is surging right now. Yeah, up to $2. Let's see any news. Dawson James initiates coverage on Fortress Biotech. Okay, that's this morning. Price target of rather optimistic price target of $19. I'm not too familiar with Dawson James, but anyway, that is the news. I think obviously that is spiking this one. Not a super low floater, 43 million. Not a super low float situation, but it is what it is. And volume coming in though. Well, I guess I'll put it up here. FBIO, let's see what happens once the market opens. Well, Daniel, I understand that I sort on different columns too. That's the whole idea. There's no, and I was scroll down. So, I can sort on different columns. It's the whole idea of the top list, sorting on different columns. So you're going to get different looks. Well, FBIO is just ripping here, guys. But if you want mine, I'll pop it in right now. If you want the it'd be interesting to see if they actually come up with a reason why they're putting a 19. I'm sure they must. They just can't say, no, we think it's going to 19 for no reason. Yeah, again, this is not a low float. 43, I mean, it's not excessive, but it's not a low float situation. Not one of these 3-4 million share float situation, but this is definitely ripping here based on that aggressive, that's all we can call it, an aggressive upgrade. This is a, when I woke up this morning, this was up here, this DMPI. This is, to me, a big forget about it. They do have some news, but it's all the way back down. It's basically just a little bit above Friday's close now for DMPI. It is a low float situation, but look at the sell-off. I saw the news, some fund with reporting a 9.99% passive investment in them. Yeah, we do have, there's only about, I think I saw a little over 200 companies this, maybe 280 companies this month, this week releasing earnings. So it's going to be very light on earnings. Now, again, what time is it now? 9:19. So, I'll obviously be really focusing on the evening scan. It's already loaded in the channel bar. So all you have to do is just click on my windows here, Barry's windows, and you can follow along all day long. Also, exactly what I'm going to be doing. I got my curated list of symbols that I'll be watching today. Just looking to see if there's anything else sneaking in here. Okay, the FSLY, actually I should have mentioned this one, definitely. FSLY, nice continuation. Again, FSLY. What was the high on last week? Was, let's see, it looks like around 20, almost $28. That was the high last week. That would have been a lifetime high, of course. This is an IPO from May of this year. High at 20, yeah, so it's $28, the high basically. So, but $1.30 away from that. So again, if you're just coming into the room now, the developer of the room has added something that I guess we've been waiting for a bit. If you click on the gear icon, and now when you click on the detached chat, all the tabs will be there, okay? All these tabs will be there. So when you detach the chat, all the tabs will be there now. And more things coming. FHL, let's take a look at FHL. I don't see FHL anywhere. Yeah, oh, that's right, it is an earnings play too. Why didn't I see it here? Yeah, for some reason it's not showing up. Yeah, every now and then this weirdness happens, but you're right, definitely not a bad one at all. In fact, look at the weekly. No, but there's two of them. As there is an FFHL, but there's also an FHL. Look at FHL right there. And it's actually an earnings play. This could actually be really interesting. I mean, very few earnings plays. Look left, look at the gap. Obviously, this was an IPO back here. So there's two. You know, there's the FFHL and then there's the FHL. Both of them are moving. Actually, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but FFHL is actually now starting to recover in a big way. This was down. Now it's really recovering in a big way. Had earnings on Friday. Big reaction. Well, it's really ripping now. Interesting how that works. Look at the pre-market. I mean, it was down to 530. There's a $1.70 pop. Excuse me, pop. All right, I'm going to get rid of these two right here. I'm going to bring in my gappers. You're going to see nothing gapping down, making the list. We have a few gap ups. All right, just watching some of the things from the scan. I'm just seeing if anything is moving. Even there's a little bit of volume. Just watching to see if anything is triggering yet. This could be interesting, guys. I mean, this is an earnings play. It is actually shortable at IB, Interactive Brokers. Had a nice week last week ahead of the earnings release. There's the Friday action. I guess people thought that might have a better reaction to earnings, but there it is, and obviously no go, down 20%. Not huge volume, 20,000 shares. But now it's just breaking down underneath $3, and obviously, I'll say obviously, but so the low is 204. So that is its lifetime low, MOGU. So it's about $1 away from its lifetime low. I see FBIO has pulled right back from the highs right there, 223. So let's see if it can hold too. I mean, people are just going to look at that 19 price target. Again, from an analyst that I'm not, I don't know who Dawson James is. Not to diss them or anything, but I just don't know who they are. Now, if Goldman had said, and RKDA is hanging tough here. Kind of call it a double PR this morning. Again, with gapping up on high fiber wheat deal, and also with the CEO saying 10 million next year, 30 million the following year, 2021, in revenues. Okay, so that's good to know, Harry. So if you can't see my screen and you've been using Firefox before, the developer did do some work over the weekend, added a few things, and more are coming. And as he's always suggested, is that Chrome is the browser that he suggests you guys use for the room. Okay. Now I know people have been able to use Firefox, but if you're having problems this morning, I would switch to Chrome as your browser, and then as always, disable the hardware accelerator. Well, there's actually a red bar ignored on the 15-minute in the pre-market for FSLY. Good volume too, 92,000 already for FSLY. And again, this is a low float, 13 million. Well, what time is it? You know, again, guys, in the tech support area, I mean, again, you can't hear me, but click up to the top there, can't see my screen. It might be a refresh, but again, the recommended browser here is Chrome. All right, everybody, the market, wow, we're less than a minute to go. So let's have a great start to this trading week. See what happens this week. We have a bit of a positive open based on, for what it's worth, White House saying that, hey, we're going to meet with China. All right, we are now open. No, I'm just, the only reason I'm saying it, that's why I said so-called statement out of the White House. All that's, I mean, that is the reason in theory for the pop. That's the reason in theory for the pop. Well, that is quite the move for FFHL. What a pop from the morning's low is 529, 711. Okay, guys, as usual, just kind of biding my time for the first 15 minutes, let things settle down a little bit. Arcadia ripping here again. Basically two pieces of news from them this morning. PTEN is on the move here. PTEN. Again, as is PBI. PBI is definitely on the move. This is the area, I mean, if it can get through this 450 area, it might have some room after that. Basically, their news is, I mean, it's on the surface, it looks good, but remember, they're selling $700 million worth of assets, but basically it's to pay down debt. So Mogu, M-O-G-U, is still under 3, but the volume, as I say, is putrid. No interest whatsoever. It's an earnings play, very interesting. LIQT is on the move here also. LIQT, volume is starting to pick up. Okay, let's see how some of these retailers are doing. Okay, no volume yet for CONN, C-O-N-N. PDD, wow, last week had earnings. PDD, so it looks interesting. Of course, a lot of the China stocks. Let's see what JD is doing. I'll just look at JD. Yeah, so a lot of these China stocks, whether, again, this news is correct, I don't want to say correct. I mean, it was a statement, but, you know, then China refuting it, but who knows what the heck is going on. Oh, boy. Now the volume picked up. It went from 20,000 to 62,000, just like that. And look at the drop now in MOGU. Evening scans won't start till at least 5 minutes after the market opens, okay? It's actually a filter I have in place. I don't want to see, you know, I don't want to see right at the open. It gets too jumpy. I mean, even 5 minutes is maybe not enough, but so I've got a timer on it for 5 minutes. PDCE, so some of these, so I saw another energy stock, PTEN was ripping, but that's the same. Okay, so it's the same family, I guess, so Patterson, UTI, and PDCE. I'm wrong, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. For some reason I thought it said Patterson also. So PDCE ripping, PTN was ripping. MDCO is giving up. Wow, look at this. Oh, I mean, look how high it was in the pre-market, 49.57. It is, you know, down $12 from there. Did have some news, gapped up in positive phase 3, but I guess the market is just really shrugging this off completely. And another one that, you know, that's why I don't like to chase first a little while. Look at FFHL. All right, PDCE. Guys, PDCE. Big spread right now for PDCE. Has a merger, okay. PDCE to buy. Okay, so they're actually the acquiring company. You're buying SRC. I don't know if that's a symbol, stock symbol, or that's just. Yeah, I can't believe they're buying SRC Spirit. Oh, they are buying Spirit. No. Forget what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Wow. So guys, again, you've been hearing me talk about this sort of new, we'll call it new AI. There was the PDCE at 2905 right there. I don't know what the Celgene is doing, but the PDCE definitely 2905. Nice lift off that. Yeah, look at, yeah, FFHL tanking, MDCO tanking, FSLY not holding, but not tanking, but just not holding yet. We'll see what happens once, give it a little while. When I say not holding, I mean the topping tail and bottoming tail. So actually it is holding. All right, look at that. Man, oh man. Look, I mean, look at the run it had, and now it just completely and utterly gave it up. Now challenging those pre-market lows for FFHL. Not shortable for me anyway. At well, guys, Macy's again underneath 15. Wow, ARCI is in rip mode right now. ARCI ripping here, guys. Absolutely no action in the pre-market. But look at this thing going. ARCI, super low float, 1.45 million. Opens a new Syracuse, New York recycling center, but that was at 8 o'clock. Anyway, no action at all in the pre-market on that. It is halted. Oh, it resumed. It got halted. I'm sorry. I don't see why it looks like it got halted at 9:39 and then resumed. That doesn't make sense. This is not. Yeah, I don't. Something happened with our resume. Keep an eye on Macy's, guys. I mean, Macy's, the longer it holds, wow, look at PDCE. Whoa. Well, that's a heck of an alert. 2905, 3062 now. Well, if you're watching the evening scan again on the down, I didn't take this one yet anyway, but CRE 4581. But you know, it's pretty whippy. I mean, look at that topping tail right there. It's kind of a little bit scary. But CRE is definitely, yeah, it's definitely moving down. All right, guys. Well, listen, I had to take Macy's. I mean, if it hits 15 again, I'm out, but I'm in at 14.90 on a short. Okay. Well, I mean, if you look at the chart, yeah, well, I mean, on the monthly chart, you know, you got 37 or so on the, yeah, weekly chart, even there, I mean, 37. So I don't know if it's 34 or what's going to happen with its speed DCE, but what a great move. I'm afraid to look at what, oh man, yeah. Well, 33.32 was the alert, so it really hasn't moved much off that, off the alert. Right there, 33.32, it's still at 33.32, so let's see if it takes it down a little bit further. Market is hard to know which direction. You have a red bar to form, but they're starting, but boy, MDCO, I bet you, are you negative now? Not quite. MDCO, not quite negative, but just absolutely giving it up on that news. I mean, the news obviously seemed pretty good, gapped up in positive phase 3, but I guess people have to dive into that press release and say, okay, maybe it wasn't as positive as people were hoping for. But I mean, again, the initial reaction was huge. Well, okay, ARCI is open now. ARCI is open. Okay, ZGNX has been look at the void underneath this one. ZGNX, what's the news here? Okay, so they are the acquiring company, and this is tanking right now. They acquired Modus. Are they a public company? Modus? I can't see a symbol for Modus Therapeutics, so it may be a private company. Home is starting to tank here a little bit here, underneath $6, HOME. Yeah, no shorts available for me at Interactive Brokers. Yeah, Arcadia is still on the move here. So new high, at least it was a new high up here. Okay, little move down for Macy's. Get some to the low 70s. I may take some out. One of my favorites from last week. Yeah, this was a great day for SIG. Traded that one on that day, but is giving it up. In fact, guys, there's only home builders and retail are the two weak sectors, two negative sectors, the only two. Retail and Macy's, thank you. Macy's, thank you. Just keep putting little alerts underneath, see if I can. So anyway, yeah, so retail, XRT and XHB. Home builders and retail, the only two negative sectors right now. And Macy's probably a big chunk of that. Oh, nice one. Yeah, right off the bat, I didn't take that one. LB 1731, get all the way down to 1681. Another retailer, of course. So we have four retailers: Nordstrom's, Foot Locker, Macy's, and LB on this list. Retail being the weak sector right now. But Foot Locker, hasn't dropped really. There was the alert at 33.32. I mean, it's down. Don't get me wrong, but so what I'm going to do is set an alert down here, see if it takes it out later. Of course, it had the earnings on Friday. Well, Tiger is triggering, but it's not shortable for me. TIGR is triggering for me, but it is not shortable. It's triggering from the evening scan, but again, surprised. I thought it used to be shortable, but not now for me anyway. So now, yeah, let's see what AG is doing because, yeah, so again, if you get the trade of the week, the trigger was 11.11, but the market has to be moving down for the precious metals to move up. So all right, guys, I did cover some at 1475 for the Macy's. Getting a little profit and see if it can hold here and then continue down. Well, the power of the low float, 1.5 million in the float. All right, definitely watching Arcadia here. RKDA here, sort of settling down a little bit. Good spread, 2-cent spread. And see if it has a pop. The high last week was just over 918 or so. So it does have room to challenge that, that high of last week. Oh, there it goes. Whippy, guys, very whippy. Got to be very careful. Boy, no stopping this ARCI yet. You should be thankful you have no shorts so far anyway. JWN continues down here. I mean, had actually a positive reaction on Thursday to earnings, and then it gave it up on Friday. Looks like it's continuing down. Again, now retail is the only negative sector. XRT, retail is the only negative sector, just by a penny, but nonetheless. And now actually, yeah, there it is. I mean, it's still the only negative sector. Well, that's what I said, but only by a penny. I'm watching the Arcadia, RKDA. I'm definitely watching it. This could be one of those ones that just like pop right through. Look at the relative volume, 24. Well, I'm looking at the swing comment there. I've had this RUHN on my radar for a long time. I think I'm just going to wait for a break here, though. Wow, look at Foot Locker all over the place. Big gap down, now the pop up. Yeah, Macy's is doing the same thing. So some of these retailers look like they're doing the same thing. That's why I took this out at quite a bit actually, 1475. The retailers are kind of acting all the same right now. Look at ARCI. Wow. Well, let's see. What do we have for resistance? On the monthly chart, looking left, I'm not saying it's going to get there, but the weekly chart, well, it's the same thing. The weekly chart, 950. Holy smokes. Just because they open a new recycling plant in New Syracuse, okay? But 1.5 million in the float, that'll do it. So guys, what I've noticed on my evening scan is that certainly the longs have worked a lot better than the shorts. I haven't really paid that much attention to the shorts, but of course today we've got way more shorts triggering. But again, look at the retail. Look at some of these. Fisher JWN is doing the same thing. Not quite, but you're getting a bounce now in retail XRT. So one day I just want to all day short Macy's. All right, so Billy, BILI. Wow, Billy is sinking here. They have earnings after hours today. BILI, China stock. What are the rest of the China, or the other China stocks starting to sink now too? No. So Billy is kind of trading on its own in advance of earnings. And guys, again, if you're just showing up now into the room, the feature that's been added, there's been a lot of people wanting. Take a look at, if you click on the gear icon right there, the gear icon, and the detach chat. So when you now do the detach chat, you'll see all the tabs, not just the one tab, okay? You'll see all the tabs. Jack and Jill. So here, wow, look at Jill moving here. This has earnings tomorrow before the market opens. JILL, Jill. And there's the clothing store, just completely beaten up. All right, Cato. I must have put a price alert on Cato. Let me just get rid of a lot of these right now. So Cato, wow, I can see why Cato. This could be interesting, guys. Cato, you can see right there, there was the high on Thursday, had earnings on Thursday, little pullback on Friday, but basically at those highs right now. Cato, what's the spread like? Actually, it's a good spread. Volume is terrible, but interesting, usually when the volume is that bad, the spread is usually terrible, but it's only a 4-cent spread. Keep an eye on that Arcadia, guys. I mean, it's just resting now. Okay, guys, I'm all out of the Macy's. They say once retail started to make a recovery, that obviously Macy's is a big part of it. So I'm all out of the Macy's. You know, if I don't know if the market tanks again, maybe I'll take a look at it, 1473. But I'm all out of the Macy's. All right, well, I took some of the Arcadia. I got it at 841, and now I'm going to put a pretty tight stop on it. It's going to be very whippy. You know, I might get out almost immediately, but 841, I just want to see if it's just cracked through. $850 is the big. Yeah, I'm just watching it, Just don't want to see it. You know, 835. I'll probably get it at 835, or if I can. And then what I'll do then is I'll just put an alert at 850 and see if it takes it out later. Okay, be careful here. Be careful. All right, I'm out of it, guys. I took at 835. Okay, as I said I would. Now I'm just going to watch it to see if I can get back up to this area here the second time. Yeah, FSLY ringing here. Let's see, what are you doing? Yeah, another, so high of the day, FSLY approaching a lifetime high, 27.96. So less than $1 away, but what, 50 odd cents away? Okay, so Arcadia coming back. It's one of those, you know, you just got to be very, you can't take your eye off it. Yeah, not shortable for me. FHL, not shortable for me. Now triggering at 1128. So earnings play now gone negative, but it is not shortable for me. Oh, it is now. Sorry. Interesting. It is shortable. Okay, one moment, please. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, okay, so I'm back in. Oh boy, back in. Great fill for me. But I may scalp this out. I'm in at 849. I took some out at 863, guys. I mean, I just don't trust it, okay? But we'll see. We shall see. Again, the original alert was right there, 841, but, very whippy around that. But, as we speak, not bad. There's the FSLY alert at 2739. It's hanging in there, not doing anything yet. Again, this is from the evening scan. You can follow along all that from the new, just click on new channel bar and Barry's windows, okay? Okay, FFHL. So FFHL, is that the one that is shortable for me? No, that is not shortable for me. I think it might have been just briefly, but it's not shortable for me, FFHL. Okay, definitely watching the FSLY. I'm going to stick an alert back where it triggered, maybe just a little bit over, say around the 27. Well, I'll put it right there. All right, RKDA. Well, can you get through 9? I mean, they're looking left on the weekly chart. 918, the high last week. I'm sorry, that's 2 weeks ago. I'm very sorry. This is taking out last week's high like nothing. So we're talking 2 weeks ago. I missed that little candle down there. Boy, look at Cron. Oh man. So Cron is sinking here. What is the index doing? MJ, what is MJ doing? Sinking also. I actually saw an upgrade for CJC this morning. So much for that upgrade. But good. I mean, it's just, nobody wants any of these stocks. Not every sector. I mean, I don't know what XRT is. Yeah, it's 0. So, I mean, it's not, and mining, let's see what mining is doing. So, yeah, just a little bit down. But yeah, most sectors, of course, are up. I mean, the market's up 154, but okay, as we speak, FSLY, it's a tough spread though, 2137, 38, 2138, a bit of a tough spread for me to commit to it. Well, momentum down isn't, but the market's up. So I'm not aware of any. I mean, I'm getting real-time alerts coming in here. Okay, guys, obviously, that's why you got to watch these so carefully. Made a little bit on the last bit that I had of the RKDA. So I'm all out of the RKDA again. You can't trust it. So no, I don't think I'm experiencing any data issues. I just want to look here. 1926, 1926. No, so what I'm doing is I'm looking at, this is a real-time alert. I want to check my IB, and that's the alert. So I don't think I'm experiencing any data issues. The fact that I have nothing in the momentum down, well, it just means that there's nothing meeting the filters, but I'm definitely getting the ones up. So what, so when you say some of them are not up, well, that's too bad. That is too bad. I was all set because the spread actually had tightened up a little bit. I was going to take the FSLY, but I'm too late now. Well, nice alert though, 27.39. This one was good. I mean, you had to be quick on it. Still, it's still in play. So again, Ron, when you say, for instance, I could have said the same thing, something's wrong, but there is nothing wrong with the momentum down. It's just, so if you're looking for, maybe it's a stock, maybe it's a windows that are looking for shorts or stocks moving down, and there just aren't as many. Okay, if you believe in silver. Now, interesting. I mean, the market, what's silver doing? Silver's doing well, SLV. What's the float on this one? If you have the evening scan, you know what I'm talking about right there, SVM at 410. Big float, 162 million in the float. So HIB, HIBB, it was an earnings play on Friday. Nice move for it, HIBB. Is Foot Locker following suit? Yeah, so Foot Locker is following suit. Well, guys, SVM is so interesting. I mean, there's no Let me just back this out a bit. There's no resistance. I don't know what happened here, but there's no resistance for SVM really. Only deal is it's a pretty big float for a $4 stock, 162 million in the float. I see Macy's is kind of coming down again. And RKDA has regained 850. I'm completely out of it. Well, a lot of them are picked up here anyway, you know, so I just decided for screen space, I decided not to have them up. You can certainly, you have if you have trade ideas, you can course load it yourself. It's still part of the scans. To be honest, I wasn't seeing that much great action, certainly during earnings season. And the momentum up really picks up a lot of those anyway. So I thought, what the heck? Why duplicate the same scan? Really? Okay, let me take a look at MJ. Yeah, kind of, yeah. All right, guys, I had to take the SVM. So I'm in at 412, SVM 412, and that is from the evening scan. You know, certainly don't want to let it get down below 4. But if it starts to get even like 405-ish, I'm out. What is AG doing? Yeah, not bad. I mean, the trigger was 11.11 if you have the trade of the week, but you know, it's so dependent on the market, what the market is doing, of course. And that's why I took the SVM. You know, market is starting to fade here a bit. I'm pretty sure most people don't believe, you know, the fact that, well, didn't somebody say that China refuted the fact that the White House said that their talks are on again? You never know what to believe anymore, so. No, Fossil, FOSL. So here's a retailer that is, okay, what is the resistance like? Yeah, it's about 1150, so it's not that far away. Or 1160 maybe for Fossil, FOSL, another retailer. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to mess around with that SVM. You know, if it doesn't move fairly quickly, you know, but it gets into this mid-teen or I'll call it single digit over the 4. But it's had some nice moves. It has definitely had some nice moves. Look at Monday, 6, 7, or Friday. 40 cents for a $4 stock, pretty good. Ooh, nice move for IOTS. I yanked that off the evening scan. Too bad. That was something that was definitely interesting last week or last month or this month. Sorry. All right, look at FSLY. Wow. So it had the big pop up and now the big drop here. Keep an eye on Reggie, guys. Reggie, REGI, had a great day on Friday. And it's basically, I think, at the high of Friday right now, 1172. So yeah, basically at the high of Friday right now, has some room, the weekly chart to that 13 level. The daily, yeah, it's got some room, guys. Keep an eye on Reggie, REGI. Not very much volume yet, but really had a nice day on Friday. Oh man, FSLY is all over the place. It's a tough one to commit to. Okay, SVM, I'm just going to give this maybe another little bit here, but unless I see a nice pop in silver, SLV, you see, it's tracking it completely. My eyes can. I mean, I'm just looking at charts. I mean, if I look at a monthly chart here, I see resistance here. I look at the daily chart, I see resistance here. I'm just eyes. Obviously the other thing I would always be looking at is the VWAP and the 200-day. Make sure that's not too close, but other than that, I'm just looking at the charts. Boy, it was FSLY messy. Very messy. $45.81. Well, okay, so CRE is moving down. There was the original alert, $45.81, now at 45. What's LB doing? 17.31. It's still moving down. There's apps doing nothing. Macy's, yeah. Foot Locker, now Foot Locker had a pop. Nordstrom's 28.39. Still down a little bit. 10.26 for this one. I don't know what these guys do. Natural gas, okay. Yeah, Fossil is good though, FOSL. All right, Myrna, not quite a red bar ignored. Myrna, MRNA, sort of on the 5-minute chart, but definitely not on, there's a topping tail there, but definitely having a nice day right now, MRNA. Okay, guys, listen, I got out of the SVM. I just don't like it, the way it's trading. So 2-cent loss on that one. We'll move on. Too tied to the index, but look at, okay, this Arcadia, to me, this looks like it's over. For the time being anyway. Look at these topping tails on the 15-minute chart. At 1, 2, 3. Buyers have been trying, but the sellers have been knocking it down. Now, this is a green candle, so they're still modestly in control or marginally in control. If it got back up to 864, I guess they could be still in control. Look at Cree, guys. And Julian has been talking, Be Like Water's been talking about KL. So they're like, there is a nice move in a gold play, precious metal, that did not get the same thing with SVM. So $10.30 already. Nah, right. All right, everybody. So this is what I typically do around 10:30. First of all, welcome to the room. If this is your first time into the room, welcome to the room. This is what we do every day. I open the room at 9 o'clock Eastern time, and that's when I start to share my screen, get live on the mic. This is a free room. I go up to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and up to 3 o'clock on Fridays. So I've got a link scan down here and subscription scan here, or a tab, not a scan, and I have my scans down here. So if you are a Trade Ideas subscriber and you would like to take a look at some of the scans that I'm sharing, you can click on the scans link and they're all here. Okay, every scan is here. You can also click on this icon. It's called the Room Drive. Looks like a half open folder. Click on that and scans that I share, download. Same with the links. You can download all the links. They'll go to a Word document so you can take a look at them at your leisure. Subscription link. If you want to take out a subscription, there is a promo code, Barry4 Alpha, instant 15% savings off the first month only or the entire year. This is how much Trade Ideas costs. Oops. So we have a standard plan and a premium plan. Standard, $10.68 a year minus that 15%, or $22.68 a year minus the 15%. The big differences are AI. And you don't have to start off, of course, with a yearly plan. You can always start off with a monthly. Standard monthly, $118, less the 15%, or the premium, 228 less the 15%. And if you maintain these subscriptions right here, and these are just month to month, it's not a long-term subscription, then the next month it'll go back to the 118 and 228. But if within 30 days you decide you'd like to upgrade from standard to premium or from a monthly plan to a yearly plan, you can do so, and we'll honor that 15% promo code. So the links. So you can click on that link. This is a description of what the AI is all about. You can click on this link right there. That gives you an idea about, we have what we call 50 baseline strategies. You can click on that link and it'll describe what they're all looking for. Training, Monday to Thursday at noon Eastern. And webinars, Monday to Thursday, 5 o'clock Eastern. And all these webinars are archived. You should have the latest trade ideas, which is 4.2.89. If you don't know what you have, just click on the help and about, and I'll tell you what you have. I'm on a development version, but 4.289 is the latest production version. And you can take out a demo of trade ideas. Gives you a taste of what it's all about. It's a 15-minute delay. You don't have charts, no AI. But at least it does give you an idea about all the filters and alerts that we do have. I do a daily video between 1:15 and 1:45 every day. You can sign up for it here. And Trade of the Week is sent to you before the market opens every Monday morning. I'm going to go over Brokerage Plus. Arash, if you click on the tech support, if you find the tech support tab, click on that and scroll to the top. A couple of fixes for you. All right, you might have to just do a refresh, which is right beside the gear icon. If you can see that, sort of the top right-hand corner, and it looks like, and it's called the refresh, reload the room. Or you should be using Chrome as your browser, and you might have to disable your hardware accelerator. Okay, I'm just going to go over Brokerage Plus. So this is Brokerage Plus, and what it is right now it's basically an order entry screen that only works right now with Interactive Brokers. So in order to use this is not a brokerage platform, but it links with Interactive Brokers. So if you have an Interactive Brokers account, look at Fossil. Wow, FOSL. You click on the alert. It would load here, of course. You would short it. Now, if you want to short it, you click on sell. Want to go long, you click on buy. These are hotkeys. You can click on flatten to get out of a position, get out of half your position, double your position, reverse. You're long, now you want to go short, short, you want to go long. That's the very simplest way to use it. The next level would be you click on an alert, you like what you see. Ahead of time, you can set up your own buying and shorting parameters. Just click on how you want to trade it, and it'll show up here. You manage your trade in this window. All right. Now, we are, and I'm hoping maybe this week I'm going to have access to it, sort of an internal demo of it, but a real-time paper trading module for everybody. So especially for new users, new to the market, this will be a real-time paper trading module. So you'll click on an alert and then you can paper trade it. All right. And this will be part of your standard service. And that is basically what Brokerage Plus is all about. Meanwhile, wow, what a move Fossil had. Nice move off the, I've actually put together, I'm going to make sure this later on with you guys, just a very simple breakout and breakdowns using a filter I don't often use. It's giving me some interesting alerts. Gave me the Fossil at 11:08. right there. And it pulled back and then it moved from there. So as I was saying before with the Arcadia, you saw all those topping tails right here, 1, 2, 3 in a row, now fourth. So this looks, I mean, I'm not saying later on in the day, this might have a bit of a resurrection, but this is definitely over for a while anyway. RESN. Yeah, so we 346 looks like we have a top right there. That's 341. That one is 344. That one is 325. And that one is 357. So yeah, a little bit of area for 350 to get through for a resin RESN. Fairly low float, 20 million in the float. Wow, ARCI, man, how resilient is this one? And you notice that you're asking, I can't remember who asked, but the low floaters on the move. But you see, it showed up in the momentum up. I mean, you're only seeing it right now because it made it, but it showed up. It showed up early also. I never use 1 and 2 minute charts, never. And if you ask me why, because no, I mean, I just don't use them. Too much for me, just too much noise. That's not a recommendation not to use them. It's just, you know, how I feel about 1 and 2 minute charts. But right now, I mean, all my alerts have just dried up. I'm not getting anything. Nothing new triggering. Yeah, but it's part of your Blue Scorpion. It's part of the standard service. Brokerage Plus is part of the standard service. You can't, the paper trading module is not ready yet, but if you have our standard service, it's just part of the package. So there's nothing you have to do. You don't have to buy it or anything like that. Okay. Okay, guys, this is maybe interesting. Newtonix on a sort of a green bar ignored, except for that little top bottoming tail, but Newtonix and NTNX, kind of a green bar ignored, downtrend, momentary pause, continuation, close to the whole number. That's the only issue. Okay, give me, let's see what time it is, 10:41. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, I'm back, and boy, that ARCI, what a monster. Well, I mean, looking left, I mean, the next high looking left on the weekly is 955, and that probably is going to be like that on the daily also. I did not think, well, you know, the news, I mean, 1.5 million in the float, that is why it's doing it, but I mean, here's your news. The wholly owned appliance, their new cycling center, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, some of these ones that are showing up in the evening scan are just not shortable for me. It depends on the fundamentals. I mean, obviously, EPS, earnings per share, things like that. But float and short float percentage, things like that, are, I believe it's every 15 days, twice a month. Well, this is really sinking ahead of earnings this afternoon. Yeah, for what specific ones? It depends on the size of the stock too. I mean, if it's one of these smaller ones, I mean, it's sometimes really difficult to get a handle. But give me a couple of data points that you're looking at. No, guys, okay, TRNX is starting to move here. That's a red bar ignored for TRNX. Interesting. Yeah, the thing is, the trigger would have been 191, so it's a little bit late to. Let's see how well it holds too, though. TRNX. Yeah, I really can't answer that, SK. I mean, you know, we have our data provider who gives us this information. I really, it's hard for me. I can't answer. If you want an answer, go to info@trade-ideas.com and you can pose the question. I really don't know. What stock as an example? And I don't use that, the held by institutions ever. So it's not a metric that I look at. OMF guys could be interesting. Underneath this whole number now, you know, the volume isn't great. Okay, Fibrogen, FGen having a nice move. Wow, 41 all the way to 43. What's the volume? Again, it's maybe starting to pick up. Yeah, well, give me an example of a stock. Yeah, well, our institutions hold this at all? Okay. It's a cheap one. I mean, I don't know what to say. Um, excuse me. Uh, I shouldn't have been, I'm sorry. I know I answered your question. I was looking to take that TRNX at 207. Let's see. Okay, well, how crazy was that? I was looking at the VLRX instead of the, so I actually got the TRNX. I actually got it. Not a bad fill. A little bit late off that RBI, but 208 for the TRNX. You had me going there. I was looking at the VLRX thinking I missed it, but I'm in scalp mode, guys. This is, you know, this market right now is, you know, one more pop. Yeah, so you know, I mean, I already took some out at 215. And I just don't trust any of these right now.